Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful day here. It's actually freezing cold outside. I'm trying to make myself feel better, but it is sunny, and so that is fabulous. So we have another Vlogmas video today. We're going to be making some peanut butter cookie dough, and then we're going to make some of that into cookies. And so I'm going to gather up my supplies, and we will get started. Welcome back to Harvest Moon Farm. My name is Mickey. As I said, today we're going to make another Vlogmas recipe. We're making peanut butter cookie dough. And as you guys can hear, I'm still fighting my cold, so I apologize for the roughness in my voice. I've got to get me something to drink. So this recipe is another one that came from my grandma's recipe book. This is just crispy peanut butter cookies. Now, I'm going to go ahead and double this recipe because I have several other things that I want to make with peanut butter cookie dough. Some of these other recipes, I generally just buy the pre-made dough at the store, and I've not been able to find any of the peanut butter. So we're going to go ahead and just double this recipe so that I've got it to make these other cookies. So we're going to start by putting our dry ingredients together. So we're going to add our flour. To our flour, we're going to add baking soda and salt. There's our baking soda. So I'm going to go ahead and just stir those dry ingredients together, and then we'll set those off to the side. So then in our stand mixer, we're going to cream together our peanut butter and our butter. I'm going to eyeball this peanut butter because I just think peanut butter is so hard to measure. And some of this peanut butter is actually a little bit softer. It was the leftover peanut butter that I did have in a decorator bag when I made another recipe. So it made it a lot easier to get out. I did manage to just get peanut butter all over my mixer though. So now I'm going to add some butter in there to the peanut butter, and then we will just let that mix until it's creamed together really nicely. Okay, so now we are going to add to our peanut butter and butter mixture, we're going to add some white sugar and some brown sugar. And when you're adding brown sugar, you always want to make sure that it's packed. Take these marshmallows out so I can get to my sugar a little better. Alright, so we added our sugar, so we're going to go ahead and mix that in until it's completely blended. So now to this mixture, we're going to add some vanilla. And an egg. Okay, so we're gonna take this out now, and I'm gonna put this in a separate bowl, and we're gonna put it in the refrigerator and let it chill for an hour. And then once it's chilled, then we'll go ahead and bake part of it, and then I'm gonna save the rest for my other recipes. So I think doubling this might have been the right amount that I need for my other cookies. Hopefully. If not, I can make some more because this was super simple. All right, my plastic is just about out and it's really starting to fight me. It keeps coming out and sticking to the little round, or oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? The tube that it's on. Okay, so we're gonna put this in the fridge. We're gonna let it chill for an hour and then we'll be back to finish up the baking of part of it. Okay. So we are going to now start working on our peanut butter cookies. They've been in the oven about an hour, so we're gonna go ahead and bake some of these. I was trying to find my cookie scoop. Here it is. Let's see. So I think I'll just make 2 trays, which will be 2 dozen, and I'll see how much that gives me of my leftover dough. So we're just going to shape these in balls, put them on our trays. And then we're gonna use a fork to flatten these in the traditional, crisscross shape with your fork tines. And then we're gonna bake these in a 350-degree oven for about 10 minutes or so. My mom used to bake peanut butter cookies. Well, she used to bake a lot of cookies when the sister that's next to me in age, when she and I were younger, because my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and so she would bake cookies. We'd come home and there'd be fresh cookies, and then sometimes she would bake with us, or we would bake with her, whatever you want to say. She would let us help. I'm sure we weren't really any help, but we enjoyed it. So some of these things that I just don't do very often remind me so much of other people, whether it's my mom or one of my grandmas, my stepmom. And of course, all of them are gone now, so it's kind of nice to have that memory, and you know how smells can kind of pull up a memory. Alright, so I'm just going to bake 2 dozen. I'm going to go ahead and just put this back in the refrigerator for now, and I'll use it later in some of my other recipes. Maybe. So I'm just going to use a fork now. And I'm just going to stick it in the flour, and we're just going to smash these down. Whoops. Let's see, what did my mom do? I think my mom dipped them in water. Just want something where it's not, the cookie and the fork aren't going to stick together. There we go. I might actually make some more of this dough and just roll it into balls and freeze it. This Same way, I'm gonna make some extra chocolate chip cookie dough to have in the freezer. My youngest son was begging me for some. I told him I would make him some, so maybe I'll go ahead and make these too. That way my husband and I have pre-made treats in the freezer. We can take out just a few. We don't have to make an entire batch, because that a lot of times is why I go buy something instead of make it, because when you make it, you know you've got so much generally that it's way too much for just 2 people. But oh shoot, when you've got pre-made cookie dough like this, where you can just pull out 4 or 6 or 2, whatever you want, then you can just make what you want at any given time, and you don't have all those extras. Okay, so that worked really well. So these are gonna go in the oven for about 10 minutes, and then we'll check them and see how they look. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these out on these cooling racks, and we'll let them finish cooling. Oh my gosh, they look so good. I think my mom either rolled hers in sugar or topped them with sugar. Can't remember. So I feel like there should be sugar on top of these, but maybe I'm just thinking of something else. But I could always do, if I make them, if I make them again, I could always roll them in sugar. So that's going to do it for today's video, our crispy peanut butter cookies. Oh my gosh, they smell so good. I wish you guys could smell this. I'm stuffed up and I could still smell them. Oh my gosh. So I want to say thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please go down and hit that like button. I would really appreciate that. Make sure you keep an eye out for my upcoming Vlogmas videos. I'll go ahead and link a couple of the previous videos in case you missed them. They are in a playlist called Vlogmas 2023. So if you go to my page, you can see all of those videos that have been completed so far and watch any that you missed. And I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks, guys.